everyone, and welcome back to Bazati's NUFC, featuring on at World of Sport TV on YouTube and also on sportinarian.com radio. Here to talk about the Man United Newcastle FullTyne result. Bit disappointing. Going to go through Steve Bruce tactics, formation, stars of the game, what we could do better. Yeah, bit of a shit show, but let's get this show on the road. So yes, Man United v Newcastle. Didn't expect anything. Called the result on the night. Jamie said 4-1. He was right. I said -2. I was also right. I hope any of you guys that were watching the preview show got a bet on, because you would have won a little bit of money, which is nice. So just like me. But let's go through the report first of all. So there's the lineup. Not really much of a surprise in there, other than Hayden was playing centre back rather than defensive mid. He didn't bring Dummett in. He didn't keep Kraft in. Great idea not playing Kraft, because his name is Crap. Joe Linton, it looked like they put him up front on the team sheet, but I think he was playing wide left. I think ASM was really playing the striker's role, but really it was 11 men behind the ball as much as possible. Javi Manquillo coming in for Murphy, the right decision because he's a defensive right back, but obviously you'll prefer to see him in a 4 than a 5, which we'll come on to later in the show. But yeah, so fully expected that starting 11 in a way. It's just yeah. And then Man United obviously had the return of Ronaldo. I don't have their team. I don't really want to put it up because it was enough to make me feel sick. But first 45 minutes, we actually played all right. But we had 2 very good opportunities. The one that I remember the most when I was watching the game and tearing my hair out was when Willock broke into the box and he smashed it into Rosed. But if he just got his head up and squared it back to Joe Linton, it probably would have ended up in Rosed anyway. But however, he was on the penalty spot area and he would have had a one-on-one with the keeper. He probably would have hit it first time, could have scored, but he should have squared it. Now, Willock, since he's signing, he's played well, hasn't scored a goal, and maybe that monkey's on his back that he's thinking, I need to repeat the form of last season. But he's never going to hit those heights again. He's really not. 8 and 9 games is phenomenal strike rate. And he's never going to repeat that. So he just needs to be a bit more cooler and calm in those situations. And we could have been 1-0 up. And we nullified everything Man United did in the first half. I don't know if they were out with first gear, never mind second gear. Man United, they passed the ball around well, around the back, as you expect. They had more possession, as you expect, But we nullified everything. And then again, Newcastle United shoot themselves in the foot. How many times have we seen this so far this season? What is Bruce saying to these players? How is he getting them through 45 to 49 minutes and then 90 to 97 minutes, whatever the injury time is? West Ham couldn't hold on to a lead, but then straight after half time, bang, goal. Villa, just before half time, 40 plus 7, I think, 40 plus 2, 47th minute, Danny Ings scores. Southampton, into the 97th minute, give away a penalty. And again, yesterday, Ronaldo, 45 plus 2. We can't see halves out. It's absolutely pathetic. It needs to be addressed, and it's a running theme since the start of the season. And it needs to change, because we're going to keep throwing away points in good situations. We could have gone into that break at 0-0. Possibly could have been 1-0 up. But instead, we go 1-0 down. And it was a poor goal to give away. Greenwood picked it up on the right-hand side. He jinked, he cut inside, he set a shot off, which was going wide. It took a slight deflection to bring it on target. Woodman went down to save it. It's hit his arm and it's parried out 2 yards out, and then Ronaldo's made a great striker's run. I wouldn't say it was a Ronaldo run; it's every striker's run, and he taps the ball in from 2 yards, and we're 1-0 down. And you know that it's the sorry state of affairs that we cannot see halves out. The second half started really brightly again for us. Uh, Miggy, my man of the match, absolutely fantastic. Picked the ball up inside his own half, about 15 yards inside his own half. Did a Ben Arthur against Bolton, the way he went past his man, then jinked past another challenge, and then suddenly he was 20 yards out. Then at the edge of the box, he had St Maximum in the middle. He played a ball back to him. He brung it under his spell. He had one defender to beat, but Javi Mancur just burst down the right hand side, and St Maximum waited. Perfect timing for the pass straight into his path. He only had the keeper to beat, and he absolutely smashed it in the far corner. It was a brilliant finish for a right back who's never scored a goal for us, and that's his first one. And what a time to get it! And the away fans absolutely amazing again, sang their hearts out, and they had something to celebrate. And there was limbs everywhere in that away end, unlike the Man United end when Ronaldo scored his returning goal, probably because it was from 2 yards and everyone expected it. And then everything was looking a little bit rosy again. But then Man United really started to go through the gears. Ronaldo got great run by Shaw, cut inside, played the ball in. Then I think it was Fernandez played in, Ronaldo down the left-hand side channel. Hayden has done everything right in my eyes because he's pushed him onto his weaker foot, his left foot. Ronaldo has a weaker foot. And he's pushed him a little bit wide. He's into the box though, and he's unleashed a shot. And again, for me, Woodman should be saving this. It was straight at him. It's gone through his legs. If the Brafka's in goal, those two Ronaldo goals don't go in. And then Ronaldo's had an average day if that happens. But everyone starts spunking all over him. The Ronaldo fanboys. We'll come on to that a little bit later on. And it's 2-1, and then the heads go down a bit. And again, there's no encouragement from the sideline. Bruce isn't making changes. He isn't trying to change things up. He waits until near the end of the game to make his changes, and they were shocking as well. 10 minutes to go. Fernandez, Pogba plays a little ball to him. He's 25 yards out. He takes one touch and he absolutely rifles one into the top corner. It was a great goal. There's no doubt in it. The Woodman had no chance for that one. But again, no closing down. He had the free reign of Old Trafford to pick his spot all the time in the world, and he did it perfectly. It was an absolute fantastic strike. And then here we go again. The pattern continues. Lingard in the 90 plus 2 minutes. This was a great move. But again, 90 plus 2 minutes can't see out, to the end of the game. They have to concede another. Thank you, though, because it won my bet. But Pogba gets the credit. It was great little interplay on the edge of the box. It came to Pogba. He's flicked it round the corner. Martial's dummied it through his legs and let Lingard get to it. He's took one touch and he's just side-footed it beautifully past Woodman to make it 4-1. And that sums up the match report, to be fair. When it comes to the action, there wasn't really much for us. We did have some couple of good opportunities with the goal. But defending again, shocking, seeing the game out, seeing situations out. We had chances to clear the ball numerous times again, and it ended up being what it is. Another 4-1 defeat, another shipped 3 goal difference. It's looking very bleak in the bottom 3 now. So is this the end for Steve Bruce? I really hope so. But let's get on to, obviously, the man that made Man United tick. All the Ronaldo fanboys loving the fact that he's returned and scored 2 goals. Personally, I thought he had an average game. If you take those 2 goals away, which should have been saved, everyone would have been going, oh, right, okay, is this what we're going to be expecting? But he's made the right runs at the right time, and he's put the ball on target. He's got the tap in. He's done what every great striker should do, and credit to him because he keeps going. And he played the whole 90 minutes as well, which is a big bonus for Man United, isn't it? So, and then Fernandez again, I thought he was brilliant. And like I say, his goal was absolutely superb. So he is definitely one of the bright sparks for Man United at times, isn't he? And he's going to be off penalty duty, so he's going to have to start smashing the ball in from 25 yards a little bit more often to be classed as a great player. Coming on to the Newcastle players, I just want to say Woodman, I feel so sorry for him. He's obviously been thrown in this season. A lot of people on Twitter were saying he's shy, he's not good enough. Bollocks, right? This kid won the Golden Gloves in the Championship last season with Swansea, and Swansea didn't even come up. And that says a lot about him. You know, you do not win Golden Gloves if you're a poor goalkeeper. You don't win an under-19 World Cup with England if you're a poor goalkeeper. Woodman will be a class act. He just needs to bulk himself up a little bit. He needs to have confidence. He needs to get away from Steve Bruce, if I'm completely honest with you. And he just needs time and chances. And unfortunately, because of the way the results are, because of the way Bruce's tactics are, the way that the defence is in front of him, he's got no chance, has he? I mean, he's even saved a penalty, and if the defence helped him out, it would have been a great save. But people only remember the fact that the ball went in the back of the net, not that he saved the penalty, and it was a brilliant save. Woodman will be a class act, and we are lucky to have him. And it's about time that everyone, or Newcastle fans, stop getting on everyone's back so quickly, because that's what makes players want to leave. You want to be the best fans in the world? Support them through this hard time, just like we should do with Joe Linton in a way. But again, he's had 2 years, so really, is that an excuse? And that comes on to the next man, Miggy, my man of the match for Newcastle. And again, fans getting on his back. I understand why, but what you got to remember is being played well out of position, and he's not used to it. It's took his time, and it's still taking him time to get used to the formation and getting used to what his job is in that team. And I saw the bit of the old Miggy yesterday. You know, the way that he set up ASM to let Mancur get in to score was absolutely phenomenal. You know, that's what Miggy can do. But again, he had to do it from deep. So, massive up to him for being able to do that from deep, because there's no other players in the Newcastle squad who could do that. And Miggy does bring us extra. He brings us pace and he brings us creativity if he's in the right final third of the pitch. So that's what we need to think about. Javi Mancur scored the goal, had a great defensive duties, fantastic work, and he needs to play, but in a back four. Right, now let's get on to some tactics. Why can't we play a team like this when everyone's fit? Bloody delivery. Just leave it there, mate. Bloody microphone turns up now, doesn't it? Yeah, so why can't we play tactics like this? Wilson, Mickey, ASM as a front three. You've got Fraser, Shelvey, and Willock behind them in an attacking formation. You've got Hayden sitting in front of the back four to help out to make it a back five in a way. You know, you've got legs in midfield. You've got players who can score goals from midfield there. And it's a dangerous, dangerous formation. And then here's another one, 4-3-3. Why can't we play that? Same players, little bit different tactics. You've got Lewis who can bomb up the left. You've got Hayden who can slot back. You've got Shelvey and Fraser with Fraser with legs, Shelvey with a bit of creativity, Hayden covering, Willock getting forward as that box-to-box midfielder, and you've got the front three who can cause havoc. If you're going to play five at the back, play it a bit like this. Play Murphy, play Lewis, who are going to bomb up. Then you've got Hayden who can drop back to make it into a four. You've got cover, you've got Willock who can get up, but you need to have that front three. You need to have Wilson, Miggy, and ASM working together to be a threat. And we are not a threat when these guys aren't playing together like this. It's crazy. I don't understand why Bruce keeps playing five at the back with two holding midfielders and then leaves it to Wilson and ASM to do it on their own. It's pathetic. He hasn't got a clue what he's doing, and it's time that he went. You know, Alan Shearer said it great on Match of the Day last night. Our club is a hollow club. You know, he hates what's happened to our club. And I'm the same. It's absolutely incredible what Mike Ashley has done to such a great football club. You know, Champions League football, you know, challenge for Premier League titles, get into FA Cup finals. All of that has just disappeared like a flash because one man who's come into our club and tore it apart. And it's making me sick to think about it. And the pain in Alan Shearer's face when he was talking about it, you could see how upset he was and how disillusioned he is with our football club now. He he can't believe what it's come. He came to our football club in 1996 and broke all the records, playing in sometimes not an absolute fantastic team to watch, but they wore the shirt. I'm not saying they didn't yesterday because they did. The players give them all. But when Shiro was in that team, we were a different class. And I just feel so sorry for him. And, you know, this is why Steve Bruce has got to go. 80 Premier League games he's had with Newcastle. He's only won 23. That's a 28.75% strike rate of winning football matches. That is relegation form. It's a Steve McLaren again. It really is. If we don't get rid of him now, we are going to go down. It's as simple as that. And Steve Bruce has not won 3 Premier League games in a row since 2009. That is a span he's managed 275 games. 275 games. That is terrible. You know, I don't understand why he's still our manager. I really don't. But anyhow, that's the full-time report done. I hope you enjoyed it. Please comment. Please tell me what you think. Please tell me if you think I'm right with the formations and right with the players. Here's just a quick look at what I believe should be, you know, our starting 11 and how it should look. I mean, some people will argue about players and where they should be, and that's fair enough. That's what football's about. It's about debating. But surely what I put up is much better than what Steve Bruce has come up with. Just to let you know what's coming up on the channel in the next few days, we're going to have a championship roundup at 6 p.m. on Sunday. That should be a great show with Annie. It's his first time hosting on his own. You'll have a few guests on and we'll talk all about the championship football, which will be nice. Channel 69 News will be out later on as well. Some great news to cover. Obviously, there was the amazing win by Emma last night in the US Open. Fantastic stuff from her. Really enjoyed watching that last night when I was at work. It gave me something to really cheer and get behind. And Monday will be Return of the Sweet Spot. What a great show that is. If you love your golf, get on and watch Bill and Billy. Fantastic work they're doing. Hopefully I'll be on the show at some point talking about the Ryder Cup and everything that's coming up. I can't wait to do those watch-alongs on the Ryder Cup tournament because I love that tournament. And yeah, please check out everything that's coming up. You know, there's Richard on the channel, there's Joel, there's Stevie. We're covering Arsenal, West Ham, Southampton, Bristol City, you know, Newcastle stuff. We've got MMA with Martin, you know, and Randall. There's some great stuff on the channel coming up. So please tune in. Please hit that subscribe button if you're enjoying it. You know, please share it with friends and ask them to help grow the channel. But for now, thank you for watching.